Hello, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into one of Turkish literature's most beautiful and heartbreaking novels, Sabahattin Ali's Madonna in a Fur Coat. This isn't just a book, it's a timeless story that really makes you think about love, about loneliness, and about the incredible secret worlds that can exist inside the most ordinary-looking people. So let's start with the question at the very heart of this novel. Just think about it for a second. What kind of storms, what passions, what tragedies could be raging inside a person who, from the outside, just seems fated? It's this question that really sets the stage for the entire story. And our story begins with exactly that kind of person. Let me introduce you to Rafe Effendi. In the office where he works, he's basically invisible. He's this quiet, unassuming clerk that his coworkers barely even notice, let alone respect. To his colleagues, he's just this quiet, weak-willed guy, insignificant. But our narrator, a younger man who works with him, he senses there's something else going on. He gets this gut feeling that there's a whole different past, a secret world, hidden right behind Rafe Effendi's quiet exterior.
And wow, is he right?
So how do we unlock this secret world? Well, it all comes down to a simple object, an old black notebook. When Rafe Effendi gets really sick, the narrator is asked to look after his things, and that's when he finds this diary. This notebook, it's literally a portal to the past. It holds the key to who Rafe Effendi really is. Now, what Sabahattin Ali does here is pretty clever. He uses a literary technique called a frame narrative. It's basically a story inside another story. We start in the present with our narrator finding the diary, and then boom, he opens it and we're plunged into the main event, Rife's life as a young man. It gives you this amazing feeling of discovery, like we're peeking over the narrator's shoulder and uncovering the secret right along with him. All right, so let's open that diary with him and travel back in time. We're in the 1920s, and a young Rai Effendi has been sent to Berlin by his father. On the surface, his mission is super practical, learn about the soap-making business. But what he actually finds there is going to change his life forever. You have to picture young Rife. He's completely lost in this huge, bustling city. He's introverted, painfully lonely, and he just can't connect with people. It's more than just being shy. It's this deep feeling of not belonging anywhere. So instead of trying to make friends, he finds his comfort in art, just wandering through museums and galleries, getting lost in paintings. And then, one day, in one of those galleries, he sees it. A self-portrait. A painting of a woman in a fur coat. And in that one single moment, everything changes. He becomes completely captivated, almost obsessed with this painting. He looks at her and sees everything he's not. She looks strong, independent, a little bit mysterious, maybe even cold. She's a whole person, totally self-contained. For Raf, she's like an ideal he's only ever dreamed of. He goes back to the gallery every single day just to stand there and look at her, falling in love with a woman made of paint. And then, something absolutely unbelievable happens. Through a complete twist of fate, he actually meets the artist. The woman from the painting, she's real. Her name is Maria Puder, and this, right here, is where the true love story begins. And Maria is every bit as captivating as her portrait. She's a German painter, a singer, a total free spirit who absolutely refuses to live by society's rules for women. She's wary of men, and that fierce independence she has, it's like a shield she's built up over the years. Of course, this completely fascinates and honestly kind of terrifies our shy Ra. Their relationship isn't some big, passionate, whirlwind romance. No, it's something much deeper. It grows slowly, and it's built on something incredibly rare, total understanding, not possession. For the very first time in their lives, these two lonely people have found someone who actually sees them. Maria sees the passionate dreamer behind Rafe's silence, and he sees the vulnerability behind her strength. It's a love built on recognition. But you know, a connection this perfect often feels fragile. And just when they find each other, fate steps in with a cruel twist, leading to a tragic misunderstanding that will haunt Raf for the rest of his life. It's just a devastating chain of events. Rafe gets a telegram. His father has died, and he has to return to Turkey immediately. They promise they'll see each other again. Maria writes to him. She really does, but the letters never get to him. So Rafe waits. And waits. And when he hears nothing, his insecure heart can only jump to one conclusion.
She's forgotten him. And right there, the hopeful young artist in Berlin disappears, and the quiet, empty office clerk we met at the beginning is born.
So let's jump back to the present day. You can just imagine the narrator as he finishes the last page of that diary. His heart is just heavy. He finally understands the incredible tragedy, the profound loss that created the quiet, sad man he works with every day.
But wait, there is one last, absolutely soul-crushing twist to this story. Years and years later, long after he has given up on life, Rafe finds out the truth. Maria never forgot him, not at all. In fact, she had found out she was pregnant with his child right after he left. She tried desperately to contact him, but she died during childbirth. He had a daughter he never even knew existed. The weight of that revelation, it's just unimaginable.
So what does this powerful, beautiful novel whisper to us all these years later? Well, a few things. First, don't judge. Look beyond the surface. Second, try to understand. Everyone has a hidden world inside them. Third, love. When you find one of those profound connections, cherish it. And finally, remember. Remember that a single misunderstanding, one missed chance, can quietly shape an entire life.
And really, the genius of this book is that it leaves us all with a question to think about. Who is the Rafe Effendi in your life? Who is that quiet, overlooked person at work or in your family or in your neighborhood? What incredible story might they be carrying inside?
For all lessons and intellectual sharings, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube at Lise-Orta Okuldarslar's channel. Thanks for joining me.